What's up, crew? Hope you're having a rad day. In this episode, I go back to the trail where I had my absolute worst injury. I'm Alan, and this is the MTB Alan channel. It's a dusty trail with dangers hidden underneath. Will I prevail or run away with my tail between my legs? It's named after a little Kenny joke, but it's no joke, 'cause I'm gonna ride 10 ply, try not to die. Gonna ride 10 ply, try to hell not to die. Gonna ride 10 ply, gonna try not to die. I'm Alan, and if I can have a rad day on a bike, so can you. But not all days end so great. Some days land you in the ER and start you on the long journey of recovery. A journey that seems like it's not really over until you're back on that trail where you got injured. It doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people, but for us mountain bikers, that's just kind of how it is. For me, that trail is 10 ply up at Snow Summit. A couple of years ago, I destroyed my wrist on that trail.
Whoa! Shh.
I didn't just break it, I got what the ortho described as the worst possible kind of wrist injury you can get. Long story short, it has taken me longer than normal to build myself back up. But today we are heading back up the Snow Summit, and I'm going to ride that trail, and I'm also going to share with you how I prepared to do it. You might know from my original 10 ply crash video that I love me an acronym, so I have an acronym for my process. That acronym is SMURT, the SMURT process. It is start with no, make a plan, use the buddy system, repeat, then take a victory lap. Don't worry, we're going to cover each one of these a little bit in depth, but do know that this whole thing sits on a base philosophy that can be summed up like this. My recovery began from day one. From the day I got injured, I was doing whatever I could safely do to build myself back up physically, emotionally, and mentally. Alright, let's get on some bikes. It's Saturday, one day prior to riding 10 ply. I'm at Snow Summit, home of 10 ply, and I can see the trail sign, but I've given myself permission to skip it for the time being, and that is part 1, starting with no. Ride other trails, ideally in the same area, and actively choose not to ride the Nemesis trail. I think this is important because it'll make it your choice when you decide to do it, and it'll keep you from bowing to peer pressure and possibly dropping in before you're ready. I ended up riding that whole day and having a blast, all the while knowing I was eventually going to do 10 ply, but also feeling no need to do so. Of course, your timing may be different. I mostly was waiting until the next day because we had 2 more days of riding ahead of us, and I didn't want to get benched on day 1. That being said, it wasn't the first time a day had gone by without me ever quote-unquote being ready. Just, I would conveniently end up on other trails. So, in order for me to actually do it while still making it my choice, I needed to arrange things so that I would eventually end up at the start of 10 ply.
Yeah!
Part 2, make a plan. That night, I decided I would start with a mellow trail, then ride something a bit more spicy, and then finally 10 ply. So that next morning, I started with a mellow lap on Blue Steel to Westridge. Then for that spice, it was Miracle Mild. After that, I didn't have to decide what was next because I had already made the decision the night before. Now, I know I said that journey seems unfinished until you get back onto the trail where you crashed. But well, that journey, it's just my life. So I of course don't want it to end anytime soon. And also, I never really wanted to get back to where I was because, well, we all know what happened to that guy.
Whoa!
I wanted to come back better. But at this point in the day, I wasn't really sure if I had come back better than I was. Fortunately, I had a couple of buddies with me. Part 3. Use the buddy system. As you may have noticed on the previous runs, I was riding with a couple of buddies. Having trusted buddies with you goes a long way. It can give you more confidence, and if you tell your buddies your plan, they can keep you honest. Adam and Winston were cool enough to stick with me for the previous runs. And on 10-ply, they even did me the kindness of putting me in the middle, with Winston leading and Adam following. Now, the first run went pretty smoothly, with just a bit of a dab here, and here, and later I also stopped to take care of this.
Hang on a second. There's like a rock, like they went right between.
But other than that, it was pretty undramatic.
Yeah.
Yay me, but I wasn't done.
Good.
You can't just do it once.
Again?
Which brings us to part 4. Repeat. The first time is magic, the second time is method. I don't know if I need to say anything more than that. I was stoked that Adam was willing to follow me again, this time while wearing a camera. And it means a lot that he was willing to burn up his brake pads in order to capture my second lap down 10-ply. By the way, if you're digging this, like and subscribe, it helps out this video and the channel.
Oh, this was the one.
Yeah.
This was the one I should have went left on, huh?
That don't matter. Yeah.
Oh, there's another line down there, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I can't see. No, I can't see. At that rock.
Do I look like crazy or stupid or what?
No, looks fine, dude.
Thanks,
Thank
dude.
Huge
Thanks,
thanks to these two guys.
Yeah. Okay. Party Wave Westridge now.
Party Wave Westridge. Time to party.
And that actually is part 5. Take a victory lap. Give yourself a pat on the back by doing a lap on whatever the hell trail you want. As you heard, my victory lap was Party Wave to Westridge. So, to recap, SMRT. Start with no, make a plan, use the buddy system, repeat, then take a victory lap.
Yeah! You!
Alright, I hope you found this useful or at least entertaining. Like this video, subscribe this channel, notify that bell, but most importantly, go have a rad day.
You look great until that one spot.
Scrawny arm.
Kelly, my wife, is just rad.
How do you feel?
Yeah, it feels pretty good.